A human being's personality is like an onion, layered, complex, and often concealed. Everyone hides certain aspects of their personality from the world. Many psychological and sociological theories have attempted to explain this hidden dimension. One such theory is the Johari window model, which outlines 4 aspects of the self: what both you and others know about you, what others know about you but you don't realize, what you know about yourself but keep hidden from others, what neither you nor others are aware of. Another key theory is Erving Goffman's dramaturgical perspective, which proposes that people are constantly performing, presenting a stage personality in public, while concealing a backstage personality that only emerges when no one is watching. These and many other theories suggest that people rarely reveal their true selves to society. Most of the time they're performing, adjusting to social expectations. The dark side of the human psyche. People only reveal selected parts of themselves to others, depending on the nature of the relationship and level of trust. Models like the onion theory of self-disclosure explain how, over time, people may gradually disclose deeper layers of themselves, but no one ever fully opens up their entire psyche, not even to their closest companions. Every human has a dark side, a hidden compartment that contains fantasies, fears, taboos, repressed desires, and secrets. This part of the self is often known only to the individual. And while some may deny having such a side, it exists in everyone to some degree. What is one's true self? The truth is, your real self isn't the one you present to the world. It is the part you keep hidden. The version of yourself you show in society is often a role you've adopted to gain social approval or avoid rejection. According to Freudian theory, this is the dynamic tension between the id, raw desires, the superego, social conscience, and the ego, mediator. The personality we express is often a compromise negotiated by the ego between our primal desires and societal expectations. How can you discover someone's true self? If you want to uncover the real nature of someone, the part they keep hidden, there are psychological tools for it. But one practical method is to observe them when they are emotionally overwhelmed. Extreme emotional states often cause the social mask to drop. People can momentarily expose their core traits, especially under the influence of powerful emotions like rage, fear, grief, or desire. One of the most potent emotions in this regard is sexual desire. However, this emotion often manifests privately. With the rise of the internet and anonymous platforms, individuals may express these sides of themselves more freely online. But while this offers psychological insight, it also leaves a digital footprint. If one were to hypothetically access someone's internet history, it might reveal certain aspects of their hidden self, especially in relation to what they seek, fantasize about, or consume. That said, even this wouldn't represent the full picture. Sexual interests are just one fragment of the shadow self. The takeaway here is conceptual, not literal. What someone engages with in private, especially emotionally charged content, can give clues to their inner world. Understanding the female psyche. So why all this background? Because it leads to a deeper exploration of the female psyche, specifically the parts less openly discussed. Unlike men who may openly express sexual preferences and desires, women often maintain a public image that appears innocent or emotionally driven. However, various psychological studies suggest that women, too, have rich and often concealed internal fantasies. Let's be clear, fantasy is not the same as reality. Just because someone fantasizes about something doesn't mean they wish to experience it in real life. Many women, due to social norms or personal boundaries, may never act on these thoughts, yet they can still reflect internal emotional and psychological patterns. What the research suggests. A study found that 64.6% of women have fantasies involving being dominated by a partner. Another study reported 57% of women had fantasies about being taken without full consent in a safe, controlled context. 62% of women reported having ravishment fantasies, also known as rape fantasies, though again only in imagined or consensual scenarios, not actual non-consent. A 2009 study titled "Billion Wicked Thoughts" by 2 researchers who analyzed billions of anonymous adult content searches concluded similar trends. Women showed interest in dominant male characters across genres: vampires, pirates, billionaires, soldiers, archetypes representing control, danger, or mystery. Interestingly, women often prefer reading erotica over watching adult content, as it gives them mental control over how their fantasies unfold. Another large-scale review covering 60 studies on BDSM revealed 90% of women involved in BDSM scenarios enjoyed physical play involving rough behavior, consensually. 59% reported enjoying humiliation within those scenarios, e.g., name-calling, role-play. 50% showed interest in fantasy scenarios involving restraint or domination, again under mutual consent and emotional safety. Importantly, these studies do not claim that all women enjoy or desire these things, nor do they suggest such practices are universally healthy or desirable. They simply point to recurring patterns in fantasy, not behavior. The paradox of attraction. So what about the kind, respectful, emotionally available men, those often labeled as real men? While such men are deeply appreciated by women on a conscious social level, research and anecdotal data suggest that unpredictability, emotional intensity, and dominance, within healthy limits, tend to stimulate greater psychological intrigue or attraction in some cases. Overly compliant men may be perceived as safe, but not always exciting. This does not mean women want to be mistreated. Rather, the balance between strength and care, dominance and safety, seems to be a recurring dynamic in subconscious attraction patterns. The core message is not that women are deceptive or that men should become aggressive. The point is to understand that every human, regardless of gender, has a hidden side, shaped by evolution, emotion, and societal influence. In the context of relationships, if you become overly submissive, you may lose your perceived value. If you treat your partner as an object with no emotional respect, you may generate resentment or hatred. But if you show strength, care, and leadership, without abuse or coercion, you often earn deep emotional loyalty. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of dark psychology. We hope you found this video insightful and thought-provoking. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more intriguing topics and discussions. Until next time, keep exploring the depths of the human mind and the mysteries of the universe. Take care and see you soon.